Have you ever heard of a country where strangers call each other love? Where a tiny village with fewer than 100 people sends out over 10,000 handwritten love letters each year? A place where red hair is treasured so much that couples are encouraged to have more children to preserve the gene? This is Ireland, the land of emerald hills, magnetic charm, and traditions so unique, the world can't stop watching. They say everyone's a little bit Irish, but after today, you might just want to book a one-way ticket. So, pour yourself a cuppa, settle in, and let's dive into 15 mind-blowing facts about Ireland that will leave you stunned, amused, and maybe even a wee bit in love. Now, Ireland, as you may know, is nestled right on the edge of Europe. A small island, about the size of a postage stamp compared to some, but what it lacks in size it more than makes up for in charm. And green. Don't even get me started on the green. They call it the Emerald Isle, and with good reason. But it's not just about the scenery, darling. This little island has produced more than its fair share of brilliant minds. Writers, poets, musicians, you name it, Ireland's got it. Now, if you're looking for a little slice of paradise, let me introduce you to Keem Bay. Tucked away on a chill island, it's the kind of beach that makes you want to write poetry. Or at least take a really good selfie. Imagine turquoise waters so clear you can see your toes, soft white sand, and dramatic cliffs that look like they were painted by a giant. And the best part? No phone signal. Can you imagine? A whole day without those pesky notifications. Just you, the sound of the waves, and maybe a dolphin or two if you're lucky. If peace and quiet are what you're after, pack your bags, darling. Keem Bay is calling. Now let's talk about Irish women, shall we? Strong, independent, and they could charm the socks off a leprechaun. They say Irish women have the gift of the gab, and trust me, they do. But don't let that fool you, they're also incredibly bright and more than capable of holding their own. They're out there running businesses, graduating from university at higher rates than men, all while baking soda bread that would make your granny weep. It's like having a CEO who can also whip up a feast for 1,000. Forget Tinder, Grindr, and all that modern dating malarkey. If you're looking for love, there's only one place to be. Lisdoonvarna. Every September, this tiny town transforms into a love fest bigger than a Taylor Swift concert. We're talking 40,000 singles all ready to mingle, and the best part? No swiping, no ghosting, just good old-fashioned face-to-face flirting. The star of the show is a man called Willie Daly. He's Ireland's most famous matchmaker, and he's got a love notebook that's been passed down through generations. Now, have you ever wanted to step into a real-life fairy tale? Well, pack your bags and book a ticket to Adare. This village is straight out of a storybook with thatched cottages, blooming gardens, and ancient monasteries. The pace of life here is slower, more gentle. It's the kind of place where people still cook in stone kitchens and brew tea in copper kettles. But the real jewel in Adare's crown is the Adare Manor. This 5-star castle is so grand, so opulent, it makes Buckingham Palace look like a garden shed. And guess what? It's hosting the Ryder Cup in 2027. So brush up on your golf swing and your best Irish accent, because you're going to want to be there. Right, let's talk tea. No, seriously, put down the coffee, the energy drinks, the green smoothies, and listen up. In Ireland, tea is not just a beverage, it's practically a religion. They drink more of it per capita than almost any other nation on earth. Morning, noon, and night, there's always time for a cuppa. It's a ritual, a comfort, a way of life. And don't even get me started on a cup and a cry. It's a real thing in Ireland, you know. Feeling down? Brew a pot of tea, have a good cry, and let it all out. So, next time you're feeling stressed, put the kettle on, make yourself a nice cup of berries, and channel your inner Irishman. Now, if you thought Valentine's Day was romantic, wait till you hear about this. There's a tiny village in Ireland, so small it barely registers on a map, where every February, love letters fly faster than, well, faster than you can say, Happy Valentine's Day. You see, this village is home to the Love Post Office. Every year, fewer than 100 residents send out over 10,000 love letters to hopeful romantics all over the world. We're talking handwritten notes, wax seals, the whole shebang. And it gets better. Dublin's Whitefriar Street Church actually holds a relic of St. Valentine himself. So, if you're looking for a romantic getaway with a touch of divine intervention, you know where to go. Now, let's talk about Dublin, the beating heart of Ireland. This city is a vibrant mix of history, culture, and crack. You won't find any skyscrapers here, darling. Dublin is a city best explored on foot, or better yet, on one of their iconic double-decker buses. You'll find sidewalk cafes buzzing with students, poets scribbling away in cozy corners, and pubs, oh the pubs, everyone with its own character, its own stories to tell. And at night, when the lights come on and the Guinness starts flowing, Dublin transforms into a living, breathing novel. Now, if you're a fan of the outdoors, Ireland is practically a theme park of natural wonders. We're talking dramatic cliffs that plunge into the sea, ancient castles shrouded in mist, and geological formations so bizarre, you'd swear giants built them. First up, the Cliffs of Moher. These towering cliffs are so iconic, they've even been featured in Harry Potter movies. Standing on the edge, with the wind whipping through your hair and the waves crashing below, it's enough to make you believe in magic. Then there's Blarney Castle, home to the famous Blarney Stone. Legend has it that kissing the stone gives you the gift of eloquence. And let's be honest, who couldn't use a little help in that department? Now let's talk about red hair, shall we? Ireland has the second highest rate of redheads in the world. In some parts of the country it feels like every other person you meet has a head of fiery locks. And you know what? They wear it with pride. Red hair isn't just a hair color in Ireland, it's a badge of honor, a symbol of their Celtic heritage. And it's not just about looks, darling. Redheads are actually better at absorbing vitamin D, which is handy in a country where the sun often takes a holiday. Now, before we had podcasts, Netflix, and endless scrolling on our phones, the Irish had something much more captivating, the seanchai. These were the original storytellers, the keepers of Ireland's rich oral tradition. They could hold a room spellbound with nothing but their words, weaving tales of heroes, fairies, and everything in between. Imagine sitting in a cozy pub, a pint of Guinness in hand, listening to a seanchai spin yarns that have been passed down through generations. It's like stepping back in time into a world where imagination reigns supreme. Now, we've talked about how green Ireland is, but let's really delve into it, shall we? They don't call it the Emerald Isle for nothing, darling. With over 200 rainy days a year, Ireland is practically a walking, talking, Pantone chart of green. We're talking every shade imaginable, from the deep emerald of the hills to the vibrant lime of the moss that grows on everything. Seriously, everything. Even Johnny Cash was so taken with Ireland's verdant hues that he wrote a song about it, 40 Shades of Green. But honestly, darling, 40 shades don't even begin to cover it. Now everyone knows about St. Patrick's Day, the global celebration of all things Irish. But did you know that Ireland is also responsible for Halloween? That's right, darling. Your favorite spooky holiday has its roots in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Celebrated at the end of October, Samhain marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the dark half of the year. It was a time when the veil between the worlds was thin, and spirits could walk among the living. So next time you're carving a pumpkin or donning a spooky costume, remember you've got the Irish to thank for it. Now let's talk about the cost of living, shall we? Because let's be honest, nobody wants to be house poor, darling. Well, good news. Living in Ireland is actually quite affordable, especially compared to major cities in the US. We're talking about 40% less expensive on average, so you could be sipping your Guinness in a cozy pub overlooking the River Liffey for a fraction of the cost of a pint in New York City. And it's not just the rent, darling. Everything from groceries to transportation is more affordable in Ireland. Plus, they have universal health care, which is always a bonus. So if you're looking for a change of pace, a more relaxed lifestyle, and a chance to stretch your budget a little further, Ireland might just be the perfect place for you. Now let's talk about the most important meal of the day. Or any meal, really. Food. Irish cuisine might not be as fancy as French or as spicy as Indian, but what it lacks in complexity, it more than makes up for in heartiness and flavor. We're talking about dishes like Irish stew, a hearty combination of lamb, potatoes, and vegetables that will warm you from the inside out, or soda bread, a dense, flavorful bread that's best enjoyed slathered with butter. And let's not forget about the full Irish breakfast, a culinary masterpiece that includes everything from bacon and sausages to black pudding and white pudding. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's guaranteed to set you up for a day of exploring the Emerald Isle. And the best part? Irish food is all about fresh, local ingredients. Ireland, as you've seen, is more than just a country. It's a feeling. A slow sip of tea by the fireplace, a spontaneous chat with a stranger, a green hill stretching into the clouds. From ancient myths to modern matchmakers, Ireland blends magic, charm, and soul like nowhere else. So, if you're looking for an adventure that will stay with you long after you've left, Ireland is calling. And trust me, darling, you won't want to miss this party. If this enchanted land stole your heart even a little, hit the like button, subscribe for more travel adventures, and let us know in the comments which Irish fact surprised you most.